this be the verse you crave.
Amisha and Hugo, two siblings who have fled their hometown, traveled to southern areas and towns to avoid their misfortune. However, when Hugo's dormant abilities awaken, a horde of voracious rats unleashes murder and destruction. They plan to flee to a mythical island that has the capacity to cure Hugo's ailment. The siblings must make compromises to safeguard their loved ones in a desperate struggle for survival. They trek through the darkness, utilizing various weapons, gadgets, and supernatural skills to defeat enemies and face the difficulties that lie ahead.
Oh no.
In a dystopian metropolis, inhabitants live in perpetual terror of mercenary armies and their commanders. As a fugitive with no recall of his past, he must retrieve his memories and spark an uprising against the repressive state. Each of the game's 5 districts has its own set of obstacles and settings. To outmaneuver his opponents, Alpha must rely on his quick reactions and intelligence. He must confront strong bosses and participate in heated battles with adversaries in each district. To enter a secretive government group, the protagonist must unearth hidden secrets. Play the tough survival mode, in which your goal is to endure until the finish with only one life at your disposal. Put your abilities to the test in the exhilarating time attacks mode, where you must complete the game in the least amount of time possible. Take on the perilous towering mode, which involves an infinite ascension, confronting the heights without limits. Immerse yourself in the exciting world of cooperative play with the newly added feature of 2-player simultaneous play, which allows players to go on amazing collaborative adventures. Within a tower, a strange necromancer performs a ritual. A white feline is in the tower, leading an enigmatic army. Players combine numerous bodily parts to establish a strong army, increasing their chances of survival. They engage in epic fights with competing necromancers, employing strategic abilities to outsmart their opponents. As they develop, they get access to additional spells, skills, and upgrades, ultimately becoming the realm's most powerful necromancer. They roam the realm, unearthing ancient items to bolster their forces. Ashen is an open-world co-op action RPG about a wanderer searching for a home. Players only interact with other players on rare occasions, similar to Journey's passive multiplayer. The game features stamina-based fighting with a unique twist. The dynamic universe is harsh and nasty, and players must adapt to live. Danger lurks around every corner, and players must understand the area and its people in order to defeat dangers. Crafting skills are essential, and players can find survivors and welcome them to their town.
It's coming from this tower.
We must save the village.
Astalon Tears of the Earth is an action platformer set in a post-apocalyptic desert where 3 heroes must save their hamlet from a looming tower. The tower contains the secret to their survival, and one hero has made an agreement with Prometheus, the Titan of Death, to be reincarnated. The game tells a narrative of cooperation and self-sacrifice, with characters such as Arias, Huli, and Algus exploring the tower. Players may swap between heroes and utilize their distinct powers to conquer obstacles and battle a wide range of enemies. Minoria is an action platformer set during the Fourth Witch War, in which players take on the role of Sister Samilla, a church missionary tasked with dismantling the foundations of heresy. The game is a spiritual successor to the popular Momodora series, with a captivating fantasy scenario influenced by medieval European history. The game's gameplay and design combine hand-painted 2D scenery with cel-shaded character models, preserving Bomb Service's trademark look across several gaming platforms. A dynamic fighting system, responsive controls, and a customizable leveling system let players to adapt the challenge to their desires.
Chariot will give you the chance, but sometimes...
Super Chariot is a 2D platformer that may be played solo or cooperatively. Players must steer the deceased king's wheeled casket across 25 stages and 5 colorful landscapes while avoiding taunts from the king's ghost. The game offers hours of interesting exploration, sliding sequences, and riches, thanks to its unique gameplay and clever physics engine. Players can play alone or with friends, traversing catacombs and crevasses, climbing and undertaking risky maneuvers. To conquer all stages and risks, the game takes skill, coordination, and courage.
With skill, coordination, and audacity. Left, no, the other left.
Using your phone.
Digimon Survive is a visual novel and tactical RPG that takes place in a secret world full of scary monsters and terrible combat. Takuma Momozuka, lost on a school excursion, is transferred to a realm populated by terrible opponents and new friends. Join Takuma and his companions as they fight their way back home, creating their own story through turn-based combat. The game provides an immersive visual novel experience, a distinct cast of characters, and possibly bleak decisions. Your decisions influence gameplay, such as bonding with other NPC, Digimon evolution, and the outcome of your quest.
They must survive.
Rather aggressive. Simply scare them.
Luigi is invited to the hotel where Mario and his companions go missing. To save them, he must overcome his phobias and combat ghosts and riddles with the poltergeist. The hotel has themed floors and Luigi may control Guigi, his green doppelganger who can walk on spikes and assist him in overcoming challenges. Up to 8 people can team up to climb the skyscraper using local Wi-Fi or internet. The primary adventure is a mini-game combat between Luigi and Guigi in which they must defeat ghosts, rescue toads, and complete tasks before time runs out.
What will befall our missing Mario?
Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle is an action-packed adventure that combines aspects from the Mario and Rabbids brands. A strange vortex rips apart the Mushroom Kingdom, freeing the mischievous Rabbids. To restore peace, Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Yoshi must establish an odd alliance with 4 Rabbids heroes. The game provides a unique and entertaining gaming experience. With simple turn-based combat, players can play individually or cooperatively, and they can arm themselves with an astonishing assortment of weaponry. Tales of Iron is an intriguing hand-drawn RPG adventure that takes place in a war-torn land. This intriguing game allows players to master the art of deadly fighting by customizing their attack methods and forging alliances with diverse friends. To face the varied difficulties that await them, players must modify their battle methods and engage in profitable side tasks to collect cash. Furthermore, the game gives an immersive experience by including crafting recipes, a diverse selection of weapons and armor, and frequent updates that include new objectives.
Drive back the vile pawn scum.
The Pathless is a gripping narrative of an excellent archer, the hunter and their eagle friend as they travel through a strange forest. The hunter's objective is to dispel the spell of darkness by using their extraordinary archery abilities to discharge arrows while moving. The woodland provides a visually magnificent setting for adventure, along with ancient ruins and challenging riddles. However, the forest is also under risk from corrupted spirits that endanger the globe. The hunter must utilize their abilities to battle these malicious monsters and preserving the world's equilibrium. OlliOlli World is an exciting skateboarding game which takes players on a trip through the lively realm of Radlandia, where they meet colorful characters and explore several stages. Players may create their character's appearance, tricks, and style, and they can compete in leagues or challenge others to beat their greatest stunts. The game is intended for players of all skill levels, from beginners to pros. Players may also play in leagues where they can learn a sophisticated combo system with over 100 moves to battle against. Solar Ash is a fast-paced action game set in a bizarre dreamscape filled with ancient civilization ruins. The game follows Rai, a void runner, as she battles horrific monsters, grinds rails, grapples to dizzying heights, and defeats massive enemies. The game is a highly styled action-adventure in which players must traverse across the vacuum in order to preserve their planet and learn the secrets of the Starseed and Echo. Hyper Light Drifter's designers have built an award-winning game that provides a unique and exhilarating experience. SuperEpic is a Metroidvania-style action-adventure game that includes a classic narrative mode, handmade levels, and numerous endings, RPG-style weapon and armor upgrading system, an extensive combo-based combat system, an unlockable procedural roguelite mode, optional cross-media content, and fast-paced non-linear exploration. The game has a big linked universe, configurable combat, and an in-game currency-based upgrade system. More powerful skills can be activated by pressing a precise sequence of keys. Players may acquire and improve the weapons and powers of their heroes. You must accomplish tasks to discover and switch between 15 different forms, as well as mix match powers to unlock more difficult quests. Explore a massive overworld alone or with pals online, conquering shape-shifting dungeons to avert the calamity. Each form has its own set of objectives, and as you level up, randomly created dungeons get more tough and complicated. You may also participate in local or online co-ops to put your forms to the test against leveled-up foes and dungeons with reworked difficulty variables.
Machine Draymon isn't the only threat.
Digimon World Next Order is an RPG in which players are digi-destined to restore order in the digital world after Machine Draymon has taken over. The goal is to discover and enlist as many devoted Digimon partners as possible in order to reconstruct the digital world. Players can select a male or female protagonist and take on adventures with over 200 Digimon to acquire. To avoid greater devastation, they must strike a balance between training and exploration. Players may create Flotaya, a bustling town where they can recruit new Digimon, renovate buildings, cultivate crops, and more.
Powers and X-Evolve.
Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome!